I'm going to read from the Usborne Book of Bible Stories. And we will start with Jonah and the Whale. Okay, I'm going to go like this and then zoom in a little bit so you can see all the pictures. Like that. Alright, okay. This is Jonah. He lived a very long time ago in a country called Israel. He was a good man who believed in God. "Go to Nineveh," said God. "The people there are very wicked. Tell them to be good and obey me." Jonah didn't want to go. "I'll go to Tarshish," he thought. "God won't be able to see me there." And he set off. At the port, he got on a ship. Jonah paid his fare, and the ship left for Tarshish. But soon there was a terrible storm. The sailors were terrified. They prayed to their gods to save them, but the storm got worse. Jonah slept through it all. The captain woke Jonah. "Ask your God to save us," he said. Jonah was trying to hide from God so he wouldn't pray. "Throw me into the sea. That will save you," said Jonah. "I can't," said the captain, but some men grabbed Jonah. They threw him overboard. Just at that moment, the storm stopped. The sailors thanked Jonah's God for saving them. Jonah sank down into the sea. "I'm going to drown," thought Jonah. Suddenly, a huge whale swam up and swallowed Jonah whole. "God has saved me. I'm still alive," thought Jonah. "It's very dark and wet inside this whale." Jonah lived in the whale for 3 days. Then the whale swam up to the beach. It opened its mouth and spat Jonah out onto dry land. "Go to Nineveh," said God. "All right, God, I'll go now," said Jonah, and he walked all the way to the great city. "You must stop being wicked," said Jonah, "or God will destroy your city." The king told the people that they must obey God. Jonah sat outside the city. He waited for it to be destroyed, but God saw that the people had changed and spared the city. "I love all the people, Jonah, and I am everywhere," said God. "You can't turn away from me." Jonah knew this was true. Hold on. Hello. Okay. The Usborne Book of Bible Stories. We are going to read Moses in the Bulrushes. Let's see. Oh, there, that one. Okay. Let's zoom in a little bit here so you can see the pictures. Okay. All right. This is baby Moses. He is just 3 months old. He was born in Egypt a very long time ago. Moses' parents were Hebrews. The Egyptians made the Hebrews work very hard building cities and temples. This is the king of Egypt. He was a cruel man. He was afraid the Hebrews would not obey the people of Egypt. "The baby boys must die," the king ordered his soldiers to find all the Hebrew boys and kill them. Moses' mother decided to hide her son. "Please don't cry," she said. She was afraid the Egyptian soldiers would find him and kill him. She took her baby to the river. Moses' mother went to the Nile. She cut down lots of bulrushes and made them into a big basket. She put Moses in the basket. She kissed him and put the basket down on the water. The basket floated away. Moses' sister was on the riverbank. She watched the basket. She followed it as it floated down the river. Moses was asleep in the basket. It floated past the princess of Egypt. She was bathing in the water with her maids. The princess saw the basket. "What's that?" she said. "Bring it here." One of the maids picked up the basket. The princess looked at Moses. Moses woke up and cried. "What a lovely baby," said the princess. "He must be a Hebrew boy." Moses' sister ran to the princess. "Do you want a Hebrew nurse for the baby?" she said. "Yes, bring one to me," said the princess. Moses' sister went to get her mother. "Look after this baby," said the princess. "I will pay you well." Moses' mother took him home. Moses was safe. He grew up with his family. When he was old enough, his mother took him back to the princess. "He's my son now," said the princess. Moses lived in the palace like an Egyptian prince, but he never forgot he was a Hebrew. All done. Hi. Okay, one more from the Usborne Book of Bible Stories. We are going to read, Noah's Ark. Okay, let's go like this, set it up nice. Tilt it that way, there. Okay. Noah's Ark. This is Noah and his family. Noah was a farmer who lived a long time ago. He had a wife and 3 sons. Each son had a wife. Noah was a good man. He worked hard growing food for his family. Noah always did what God told him to do. God talked to Noah. He said, "The people are wicked. I'm going to flood the earth and destroy them all, except you. Noah, you must build an ark. You must build it like this," said God. "Then you will save all the creatures in the world." Noah started work. His sons helped him. They marked out the shape of the ark on the ground and cut down trees. Noah and his sons worked hard. They made a wooden frame. They put tar inside and outside the ark to make it waterproof. At last the ark was ready. Noah and his sons loaded it with lots of food for their family and food for all the creatures. Then the creatures came. There were 2 of every kind. Noah stared at them. "I didn't know there were so many," he said. They all went into the ark. "God was right," said Noah. "The ark he told me to build is just big enough for all of us." Then it started to rain. It rained for 40 days and nights. The ark floated away with them all safely inside. The flood lasted for months. Noah said to a raven, "Go and find some dry land." The raven flew away, but soon came back. Later, Noah sent off a dove. It came back with a twig. Noah said, "The flood is over, and at last everything is growing again." Noah opened the door of the ark. All his family and all the creatures rushed out. The sun was shining and the land was dry. "Spread out and have families. Live over the earth," said God to the creatures. "Noah, your family must do this too." God put a rainbow in the sky. "That's my sign," said God. "I promise I'll never flood the whole earth again." "Thank you," said Noah. The The end.